it will be the Stihl 390. Is it 392? No. Yeah, 392. The Stihl MS400. The Stihl 462, which is a very, very popular saw. The 500i, the Stihl 5, the beast itself, and then on the extreme big end, it's the 661. These are the saws that I have to choose from, right? In my budget range is whatever I'm willing to pay for. So it's not about the money solely. It's about what saw is going to serve me the best in most of my cutting conditions. Like I'm not in BC here. I'm in West Quebec, where remember, like, I'm in the older area of the country. Like this area has been settled for like 300-400 years. You know what I mean? 500 years if you go. The more west east you go, like Gaspé is basically been settled for over 500 years, right? 35 or 36. Jacques Cartier landed. Whenever Jacques Cartier landed, 1535 or 36. So we're just a little shy of 500 years, right? So the trees have been logged several times. Like, most of these trees here are young trees. These are not old trees. The biggest one there is maybe 30 years old. You can just tell by looking at the size of them. When you get trees like this big, they're maybe about 60 years old. And then bigger than that, like you don't see, like, you look. I should do a picture video on, like, like at the turn of the 1900s, some of the trees they were cutting down, especially by hand, the stumps were like 9 feet across. Like, I mean, it's just like, we can't imagine trees that size now, hardly at all, let alone a forest full of them. And it's kind of sad that those trees are gone. I would like to see areas of Canada where no logging, no matter what, is not allowed. Just like leave it there, let things get gargantuan, And there are some sections, but I think we need more of it, like really, really, really big forests. That'd be really cool. But you do have to come and clean stuff out. Like, there's way too many trees here. You clean out, like, just leave the big ones and cut all the little stuff there. Those trees will get massive in no time. But yeah, so I have to have a saw that's going to work for my area. So I'm not one of those guys, I need the biggest thing all the time, because, like I say, the 272, that's fine once the tree's on the ground, right? When its equivalent would be the 462, right? That's fine when the tree's on the ground, following the tree and then getting the whole stuff. But it's a heavy enough saw, the 500i is light. It's not light. Guys, I've lifted it up. It's light for what it is. It's only 13 pounds. Yeah, that's just the head. Put the bar on there, everything, you're at about 23, 24 pounds. That's not a light saw. It's for its size, for 80 cc's or 79 cc's or whatever the hell size it is 81 cc's. It's just a beast, right? Yeah, it's for its size. It is a light saw. But if you had to work with it for 8 hours, you're going to follow a tree, and maybe you're going to cut up, halfway, and then you're going to grab the small light saw, because your back's going to be, and your shoulders and everything, your forearms are going to be freaking burning, right? I mean, if you're into the heavy stuff all day, you have to have a heavy saw. That's as, plain and simple. So, yeah, so I do have saws on the way, or a saw on the way. I do need another little saw, because, like, yesterday, like Mini Beast, jammed up the trigger. I have the other saw, but I need to have at least two saws. Like, Mini Beast, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, that little MS, it says a 180 on it, but it's actually a 170. It's a kind of a bit of a hodgepodge saw, because it got launched off the top of a vehicle at 60 miles an hour and whatever. That's why everything's crooked on it and everything like that. And it got, there was a couple other old saws, and Gary put it all back together, and that now you got Mini Beast, right? But it's been a great little saw, and for the $200, I mean, Yeah, I probably paid too much for a used saw, that saw, because new they're not that much more expensive. But even at that, like, it was such a good deal. Like, it was such a good deal. Like, it's paid for itself. It paid for itself. Almost paid for itself yesterday. Like, I only did like 2 cuts with it, or 2 tree cuts with it, and a little bit of limbing. So yeah, like little saws like that, I would never go to the bush with just a big saw. Like, and I know there's a lot of guys, like, they don't see it the way I see it. They're just like, no, get one saw. I'm not going to buy 2 saws because that, it's a waste of money. But, like, you don't need big, powerful saws all the time. You know what I mean? You only need that for the big stuff. And what, but it cuts so much faster. But yeah, but it's so much heavier. You know what I mean? Cutting speed versus gotta carry it. Like I know how tired and sore I am today. I know my buddy, he used his big saw all day. We were both just completely played out by the end of the day. But I know he'd be more played out than me because my saws weigh 10 pounds. His weighs 22. You know what I mean? Or I don't even think Mini Beast weighs 10 pounds. It might be like 8.5, 9, whatever it is. Like, I mean, you could, run around with that thing like a Ginsu knife, right? It's fantastic. And I'm cutting stuff that big with it, like, fast enough. You know what I mean? Anything like this is just, you know what I mean? Even with my chain kind of being the way it is. But anyway, I want to make another video, so we'll be talking about chainsaws probably a lot. Maybe not by the end of this month, but definitely by the end of next month, we'll be hopefully seeing some cool chainsaw stuff. Anyway, there we go.